And now look, Shankly, Paisley, Fagan, Dalglish, Jurgen Klopp, from another city in another land, and yet somehow born to this one. At once he understood Liverpool and Liverpool understood him. Simply a transformational leader. And then there's the Scouser. Of them all, he is the one who can say, I was born to this. My club, my city. And finally Jordan Henderson, 30 years old, the 30 years. The captain, a Dalglish investment, once doubted by some. The boy born in Sunderland in the summer of 1990 when Liverpool last ruled the land, and who grew one day to lift the European Cup, and a year later to follow now in the fabled footsteps of Ron Yates and Tommy Smith, Emlyn Hughes and Phil Thompson, Graham Souness and Alan Hansen, to skip a Liverpool to the title. At the end of the season they feared may never end. The champions of England again at last are Liverpool. Champions of the world, they are the champions of Europe, and they are the champions of their own land.
It's all fine, so I couldn't be happier, to be honest. Yes, I know, would be perfect if the stadium would be full, but we cannot change it. We cannot change it.
Did you ever believe, or did you dream that one day you could win Premier League, Champions League, world champions?
I always dreamed, you know, Premier League's been a dream of mine since I was a kid, and that's one of the reasons you come to Liverpool. You want to win trophies, the expectation's so high.
It's just a great feeling, a fantastic feeling to say that I'm a Premier League champion, and the rest of the boys as well.
I don't know what to ask, Virgil. There's a question every time I watch you play, so I might as well ask it now. Do you ever get a sweat on?
Yeah, I do.
When? In the sauna?
It happens quite a lot.
Glad to see you're fantastic. You're
Thank
the
you
best
very
around,
much.
pal.
Appreciate that.
I like to watch.
Come on!
Relatives, Andy, but that was my only time.
2019-20 Premier League end of season trophy presentation.
What a boy. What a player. Just for him, by the way, actually tonight, Andy, very satisfying evening. Jordan Henderson was one of his.
Yes, he was.
Henderson.
Yes, he was. Yes, all those years ago. Correct.
Fergie criticised, didn't he? Said he didn't run the right way.
Didn't run properly.
Henderson's had the last laugh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think in amongst all the various wires that have been leaving Anfield tonight and the communications coming from that stadium, we have found Peter Drury, so we should return and enjoy the rest of this with him.
And now look, Shankly, Paisley, Fagan, Dalglish, Jurgen Klopp, from another city in another land, and yet somehow born to this one. At once he understood Liverpool and Liverpool understood him. Simply a transformational leader. His values are their values, his ambitions match theirs, his clenched fist, his sparkling smile, his irresistible charisma, and his approval by the man who, with a nod and a wink and a hug, has passed on across the generations Liverpool's baton of greatness. Dalglish builds a bridge to Klopp. A beautiful moment, Jim.
Yeah, well, Jurgen Klopp has been the real game changer in all of this. You can look at certain players and think, yes, they made a difference, and they did in the likes of Van Dijk and Alisson. But Jurgen Klopp has turned this club right around.
And it's, of course, but how special Liverpool intend to make it for them. That is why it is happening on the Kop. This presentation not for a platform on the players' turf. This one is happening on the people's territory. Poignant and considerate. Liverpool's message to their fans is that this one is for you. And now we are into the business. Alisson, considered by many the missing piece.
Well, you have to go back to Kiev and that horrible night for Loris Karius, and Liverpool had to do something about that position, and Alisson has delivered spectacularly for them.
Adrian has deputised more than he might have expected right from the very first night here when he came on against Norwich City, and when he has deputised he has done so ably. But perhaps there is no deputy anywhere for Virgil van Dijk. Composure itself, utterly imperturbable.
He's the Anfield Rock of that defence. He has made a remarkable difference on the football pitch, and not just because of his football, his composure, but his leadership, his command. A stunning introduction.
Roberto Firmino took the wrong turn. He certainly didn't this evening when he rose high to pummel in an Alexander-Arnold cross. Liverpool's number 9 with a proper centre-forwards goal. And well, we will certainly remember the goals of Fabinho this season. When he scores, he doesn't do half a job, he lets rip. Wijnaldum on the score sheet tonight as well. And he's got the showbiz shades.
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, he's trying to look super cool. And to be honest, he's pulled it off.
It has the look of a rock concert, this. With the light show. And he has the look of a rock star. Well, if Firmino and Salah don't get you, Sadio Mane will. The Holy Trinity up front for Liverpool has surpassed anything anyone else has to offer. His sheer dynamism, his different level. What a goal from Naby Keita tonight. He chose his night all right. Feeling the fun, feeling the rhythm. Joe Gomez has grown into his Liverpool first team shirt. Van Dijk's preferred partner, and for good reason.
He has it all, and he has a huge career ahead of him, Joe Gomez.
Well, you'd recruit Divock Origi if only to play in the derby. Everton light up his eyes. He scores special goals in the special games. An understudy, but an understudy who knows the lines. We feel special delight for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who's missed so much in his career, not least since he came to Liverpool, missed the European night, but scored on the Premier League party night. Tried taking that one away from him. And then there's the Scouser. Of them all, he is the one who can say, I was born to this. My club, my city. Thank you, boss.
Alexander-Arnold, Route 66. What a player, what a talent.
And from right to left, they have become twins. What one does, the other matches. Coverage of yards, of miles, week on week, month on month by those fullbacks is beyond ordinary. As indeed is James Milner, as ordinarily as he tries to portray himself. This now is a 3. Nobody will ever rob him of that goal at Old Trafford in the title year. Dejan Lovren, sturdily too, a part of a Liverpool backline which at times this season has felt impenetrable. And then there's Mo, as if you could forget. Tiptoeing up on another 20-goal season in the Premier League, and this time a season that is adorned with a medal.
A smile on Mo Salah, as wide as Anfield.
Matip, the other centre-half, they've had options there, and sometimes this season they have needed options. They've turned from those four, and none has let them down. Minamino's still learning the Anfield way. It's been brilliant of late, and the early signs are that this won't be a dud either. Once he feels part of the scenery, once he's scoring his goals, he will have something to add. Xherdan Shaqiri, well, he had his moment in the derby too. A trickster who's had to wait in the shadows this year, but gets his moment in front of the lights now. Nico Williams, another for whom the decade ahead could be something enviable. When he has had his minutes towards the end, he has looked entirely at home. And gather the medal of which, at the start of this campaign, he surely cannot have dreamt. And finally, Jordan Henderson, 30 years old, the 30 years. The captain, a Dalglish investment, once doubted by some. The boy born in Sunderland in the summer of 1990 when Liverpool last ruled the land, and who grew one day to lift the European Cup, and a year later to follow now in the fabled footsteps of Ron Yates and Tommy Smith, Emlyn Hughes and Phil Thompson, Graham Souness and Alan Hansen, to skip a Liverpool to the title. At the end of the season they feared may never end. The longest wait, a generation on and more, for the 19th time in their history, for the first time in the Premier League, in the never-to-be-forgotten year of 2020, the champions of England again at last are Liverpool. Champions of the world, they are the champions of Europe, and they are the champions of their own land. In this moment, no bird flies higher than the liver bird. No club anywhere carries the kudos of Liverpool Football Club. Game for game, the quickest champions of the Premier League era, and yet the latest. Not 30 years of hurt, 30 years through which twice they have conquered Europe. They've won the UEFA Cup, 3 FA Cups, 4 League Cups. They've not been hurting, but how they have been itching. And Jim, he brought it them.
He did. It's a club that will always succeed at a certain level, Peter, no matter what happens. But the bread and butter has always been the league, whether it be the First Division back in the day or whether it's the Premier League of today. And this is historic. This is hugely emotional. But those guys under Jurgen Klopp...
Jurgen, we didn't want you to miss out on that very special moment. The way that you've celebrated winning the Premier League title, it's not ideal without the fans. But is that as good as you could have done it?
And that's how life is, you make the best of what you get, and today our families are allowed to be there, which is incredible. It means the world to me, to be honest. So yes, everything would be better with fans, I know that, but since months we know it will not be possible. A few months ago I thought it's not possible to play football. All the other leagues like Paris, I'm not sure they got the trophy. Ajax didn't get the trophy. Bayern had to do it completely empty stadium. We had our families here today, not in the stadium, but now all tested, all fine. So I couldn't be happier, to be honest. Yes, I know, would be perfect if the stadium would be full, but we cannot change it. We cannot change it. What we try to do to make clear for the people that we really do it for them. We celebrate it here alone, but not only for the moment. Everybody celebrates at home. And it's a great moment, absolutely great moment.
Jurgen, I've been dying to ask you this. You're an experienced football man. You've won trophies in Germany. I can't go over how consistently good your team is. How have you achieved that for 2 years?
I know, but that made the difference. I said before the game. Obviously, Chelsea, we played all the games, we were tight even tonight, spectacular, yeah. We turned from team clean sheet to circus Roncalli pretty much, like everywhere. Everybody showed and hit. But it's all about consistency. We had it when we started, we had these games, high-flying, crazy good football. Next game, I didn't recognize who that was. And we had to work on that. And it's all about staying on track, staying greedy, having a high level in training. That's why all the kids deserve a medal. I had a talk this week with Harvey Elliott. He had 90 sessions with us. 85 of these sessions were outstanding. He kept the level high like all the others. That's why we played like we played, because we trained like we trained.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Jurgen, today is the trophy presentation. However, there was a game to play. And of course, I was saying at the start that you don't want to go up and get the trophy having not put in a performance and lost to Chelsea. So we're stressing that to the players that yes, we're going to get the trophy, but we have to put in a performance.
But look, that's not a character team. I can say in the meeting whatever I want. So I said a lot of stuff today, and it was a free choice. You want to win, you have to work hard. You don't care, we don't have to go out, because Chelsea is too good and their target is too high for what they do. And then playing a game like this, I'm surprised myself, to be honest. How can you put such a shift in a situation like that where everybody thinks, oh, I want to be fine afterwards and stuff like this. Just exceptional. What we really learned over the years, we just live in the situation. Here's a game to play, go for it, and then we talk later. I was angry during the game, and actually my plan was not to be angry, but I was really. We had fight with Frank Lampard, stuff like this. It's not, we don't plan it. It's just we are in the game, and 5-3 is a perfect result, to be honest. The people at home, they were only waiting for the celebration, but they had 95 minutes really fun, excitement, everything what you want. I love it.
Almost like an old school Jurgen Klopp performance at Liverpool. Jurgen, as things stand, champions, the European champions and the world champions, do you use these successes as a way of driving your players on to make them hungry for more?
So it's true. We are champions of England, Europe and the world. I don't know how it sounds, but that's the truth. It's unbelievable, to be honest. We won 4 trophies, big ones, not only something really big ones. I couldn't be more proud. I'm not a person who needs pictures with something. As long as I can remember it, it's worth it. If not, then I'm too old. So, but I will have a picture with all 4 trophies when I'm there, because it doesn't happen too often. No. So we should make sure we have this picture. But we will not stop. We will not stop. We have challenges, internal challenges. We can improve, obviously, each player. But with the changes, like not only Curtis, but Naby played pretty much only the last part of the season, and how he played. Unbelievable. So we have the chance to make another step, but we have to, because the others will not sleep. Chelsea is such a talented team. They're such a talented team, good football, and we had to, again, bring everything on the pitch tonight. And all the others, Man United, Man City anyway, and all that. So, no guarantees for anything other, but we will try.
Jurgen, one last question, just quickly. You've got such a special relationship with the Liverpool supporters. Do you have a message for them?
What can I say? Where's the camera? What can I say? If you don't see that we do it for you, I can't help you, really. 5 years ago, I asked you to change from doubters to believers. That second minute before the press conference, I had no idea that I will ask it. But I asked it, and you did it. You made us happen, really. Thank you very much. We all together should celebrate at home. Safe. Drink what you want. But you have to prepare for a party in I don't know when. This virus is gone. Then we will have a party all together. Make sure you are ready then. Thank you very much.
And here is the skipper beaming. Jordan, you had to wait so long, but now you've actually been crowned champions and got your hands on the silverware. Has it really brought it home?
Yeah, of course. We've been waiting a long time, like I said before the game. But yeah, the build-up to it, walking up there was amazing, and like I said, the lads deserved the moment tonight. And thankfully the families were up there watching, which was a big thing for us as a team. But yeah, it's been an amazing season, and to crown it off like that was really special.
Was there a moment in the season that you think was pivotal to you becoming champions?
Not really. I think the start was really important, of course, but from then we just grew and grew as the season went on, got stronger, more confident, and just ruthless really. You know, we found a way to win on so many occasions, and that's just down to mentality. And the lads have been, like I said, the lads have been brilliant all season, and they deserve what they get now.
The manager's called you mentality monsters. You've just mentioned mentality. How big is the mentality in this squad after what happened last season and going so close, record points totals, only losing one game, to actually come back and do it again?
Yeah, it makes it even more special. You know, after last season, getting 97 points and not winning it was hard to take. But then we reacted a few weeks later, won the Champions League, and then the start of the Premier League season, we knew we had unfinished business, and like I said, it's been an amazing season. And so thankful that I'm part of this club and part of this team that has managed to get the Premier League after 30 years.
You joined this club when I was a player. We were at a low ebb at times, going through those years. Did you ever believe, or did you dream, that one day you could win Premier League, Champions League, world champions?
I always dreamed, you know, Premier League's been a dream of mine since I was a kid. And that's one of the reasons you come to Liverpool, you want to win trophies, the expectation's so high. But when you come as a young player, it was so difficult. But it's been a process, it's been a journey, it just hasn't happened overnight. You know, I'd say over the past 5 years since the gaffer come in, it's been a process, a journey, and every single player has been a part of that journey. And to finish it off this season like this has been really special. So we're going to enjoy tonight, but after this, next season is going to be a big challenge for us. But I thought tonight we showed the mentality again to come and perform like we did and get the result we did.
Jordan, how much is it a case? This squad is packed full of stars, but it's very much a team mentality. It comes across in virtually every interview given by the manager, by yourself. It's all about all of you, all the time.
Yeah, because that's the most important thing, is the team. Of course, you're going to have individuals that perform, but ultimately the most important thing is the team. And we're always there together for each other. It's a really close group, as you can see. That's off the field and on the field. That makes a massive difference. So, yeah, that's another thing the gaffer's brought since he's come in, is that togetherness really in the dressing room, and that has made a really big difference on the pitch.
You're one of the most down-to-earth guys in football. How have you felt about the plaudits that have come your way this season, saying how you are absolutely the successor, the heir to Steven Gerrard's crown, and how you've taken your game to the very next level?
Well, it's obviously nice to hear, you know, good things, but at the same time, it's not really about me. It's about the team, as we've just been speaking about. You know, I wouldn't be where I am today without the players I've played with since I've come through at Liverpool, the managers that I've had, the coaches that I've worked with, and obviously the team these last few years has been immense and helped me massively. So, yeah, I've got to give credit and lucky enough to be a part of this football club, lucky enough to work with some amazing people that have helped me, but I've always tried to give everything I've got. I've always tried to improve every single season, and that won't stop until I finish.
He won't say it, Jeff, but you won't get it out of him, but you'll get it out of me. He's had a monumental season, a legendary figure now in Liverpool's history, what you've lifted and what you've done. And I go back to different moments of different players this season. How big a moment was it for you personally, that winning goal against Tottenham, or the goal against Tottenham, and your celebration to the crowd? Another game and you show that mentality when you're 1-0 down at half-time and you come back second half.
Yeah, that was a big moment, you know, in the season, of course, because I can remember the first goal we conceded. I think it was my fault on the halfway line.
Yeah, it was.
It was. I knew you wouldn't forget. So no, but yeah, I can remember that, and then obviously to get the goal sort of made up for it. So that was nice.
Congratulations, Virgil. We know you won it a few weeks ago, but does it feel more real now you've lifted the trophy?
Yeah, 100%. You know, it's finally get the hands on the Premier League trophy. I think it's a dream come true for all of us, and it's been quite a long wait for everyone, Liverpool fans around the world, for us obviously, and it's just a great feeling, a fantastic feeling to say that I'm a Premier League champion, and the rest of the boys as well.
I don't know what to ask, Virgil. There's a question every time I watch you play, so I might as well ask it now. Do you ever get a sweat on?
Yeah, I do.
When? In the sauna?
No,
It happens quite a lot.
Can't you see you're fantastic? You're
Thank
the
you
best
very much.
around, pal.
Appreciate that.
I like to watch.
Thank you very much.
Virgil, we just heard Jordan talking about last year, having got 97 points, won the Champions League and didn't win the league. Did you think, well, if you get 97 points and haven't won the league, it's never going to happen for us? Did you think you'd be able to show that level of consistency again this year?
Well, you know, it's very difficult to stay consistent as we were this year, and I think it spurred us on. You know, when we played the last game of the season against Wolves here, and Brighton was losing against City, and in the end, obviously, you know, City won it there. You know, obviously we were disappointed, but it was like sort of we're gonna get the next year. That feeling that we all had, and the focus that the manager especially has brought in is that each game that's ahead of you, that's the most important game. So we're not going to focus on what's 2 weeks in advance. We focus on the game ahead of us, even if it's Wednesday or Saturday. You know, we don't think further, and you know that mentality, you know, helped us a lot. And we always find a way to win. And during the whole season, we had big results. Aston Villa away, for example. You know, moments where we, you know, Wolves away. You know, those kind of moments where we just dig deep, find a way, and got the result that we needed. You know, it's the mentality of the group of players that we have, the hard work that we put in training every day, and you know, these group of players is very special. In and out of the pitch, you know, everyone can get along with each other. On the pitch, everyone is there to help each other and wanna fight for each other, do extra yard for each other. And, you know, that's the least what the Liverpool fans want to see from us, and that's what we all want from ourselves, and I want to give too.
Virgil, as you said, you were waiting for it to happen this season after falling just so short last time around. And you'll also be aware of the 30-year wait of the club and the expectation that comes with that. How difficult was it to have that enforced break in the middle of the season when you were so close to getting to that title?
Difficult, but you know, it's difficult for all the teams. So obviously, we all human beings. We all have, you know, emotions that going through our head, feelings. We all know that when we get back to playing, we had to get 6 points, and we were champion. And obviously, that's gonna be in your head, whether you like it or not. And obviously, then Chelsea won against City makes it a little bit more easier. And we played a couple of games where we obviously should have done better. But you know, we shouldn't focus on those things at the moment. You know, we have had a standing season so far. We only lost twice. If I'm not mistaken. So what I said, no one can say anything about our season. We well deserved champions. 7 games before the end of the season, and that never happened before. And everyone can have their opinion about substitutes, water breaks, but you know, we shouldn't focus on that. We won it, by a mile, well deserved, and we will celebrate. And next season we will try and retain it.
Bravo, say hi. Hi. Thank you. Live. Okay.
The captain is fit for next game. Haydi brother. Rıs. Rıs. He's a lovely guy. Lovely boy. Lago, ¿qué pasa? Christopher. Está aquí. Here you go. Brody, tranquilo, Brody. Brother, I can see you very busy, huh? What is the trophy? Hey, we should go. Where's the trophy? Let's go. Hey, where are you going? Why? Family, okay. Hey. Come on!
Well worth it.